everybody, and welcome back to Teacups and Blossoms. This is our second official tea talk video. And in the last video, when I said this will be more casual, I didn't realize that it was going to be this casual. You know, it's the second day of spring at the time that I'm filming this, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's spring, and it's going to be warm, and so I have my iced tea. There's actually no ice in it right now, but it's really cold. My iced tea. I took a shower, I'm wearing shorts and a tank top, and then I got outside and I was like, no. So now I am filming this video, drinking iced tea with my freshly showered hair, that's why it's so crazy, in a hoodie, rocking my Avengers blanket. So this is going to be very casual. I hope you guys are in your pajamas and hopefully a lot warmer than I am right now. But I'm already outside and it looks beautiful, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I want to start out this video by giving a huge shout out to Morgan from Momo to the Chip. She is also a YouTuber here on YouTube. I don't know what that was about. We started out our channels about the same time. She started hers a few months after mine, but it's been so much fun having another YouTuber to grow with in this creative space. It's pretty awesome actually to watch her channel grow, and I was one of her first subscribers, so it's just awesome. She recently gave me an amazing shout out on her spring collection review that just went up on her channel I think about 10 days ago, and I just now saw it, and it was so amazing that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to top it. On her channel, she does vlogs, makeup tutorials, she talks a lot about tea, and she has an insane David's tea collection. If you've ever been interested in David's tea, you have to check up on her channel, or if you're interested in any of those things. She is so much fun to watch, and it feels like you're sitting down and you're having a conversation with her, and she just makes me laugh all the time. So I will have all of those links down in the comments, in the description box. Please go check her out because she's just so awesome, and I hope you guys will really like her channel. So right now, because I was a doofus and didn't check the weather before I planned all this, I am drinking iced passion tea from Tazo. This is actually part of a series that I'm working on right now, which I'll talk about more later in this video. It's very citrusy and fruity, and it's very cold, so let's just get it over with. Oh, I just realized that I brushed my teeth right before I filmed this. I am just failing all across the board right now. So for me, one of my favorite times to drink tea is when I'm reading a book, and my favorite time to be reading a book is when I'm drinking tea. They just go together so well. So I'm going to share with you guys the books I've been reading lately. So the book I am reading right now is The Book Thief. There's no cover papers because I really do not like cover papers at all. For those of you who don't know, The Book Thief is about death, and I'm really not good at explaining books, so I am going to read you the summary. It says, trying to make sense of the horrors of World War II, Death relates the story of Liesel, a young German girl whose book-stealing and storytelling talents help sustain her family and the Jewish man they are hiding, as well as their neighbors. This is my favorite book, next to The Giver. I've loved The Giver since 4th grade, but I read this book, I think I finished it February 2014. Okay, first of all, is it weird to anybody that it's 2015? I still have trouble saying that. 2015, it's so weird. And so I've only read this book once, and I've always said it's my favorite book. So I'm finally reading it again because it was my favorite book. I should be reading it multiple times. The bookmark that is in my book is Some Infinities Are Bigger Than Other Infinities. It's The Fault in Our Stars, and it has, lost my page, there you go. And it has this little star thing at the end. There used to be a tassel, but my nephew ripped that off. But, so there's that. I'm going to read you guys a few quotes that I am absolutely loving from this book. My favorite part about this book, I mean, the story is absolutely touching, and I just bawled my eyes out the first time I read it, but Marcus Zuzak has such an amazing way with words and describing things that it just, sends a chill throughout my body. One of the things I love is one of the first things he says is in the prologue. Usually a prologue is, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the prologues. I just want to get to the story. But this prologue, it says, prologue, a mountain range of rubble, in which our narrator introduces himself, the colors, and the book thief. Oh my goodness, that's such an awesome introduction to the prologue. So the first thing that we hear from the narrator of this book, which is Death, is first the colors, then the humans. That's usually how I see things, or at least I try. Here's a small fact. You are going to die. And that's just an awesome way to start a book. Another quote I like is, I studied the blinding white snow sky who stood at the window of the moving train. I practically inhaled it. When do you hear descriptions like that? This is the last quote that I will repeat. This is in the second chapter. It says, the last time I saw her was red. The sky was like soup, boiling and stirring. In some places it was burned. There were black crumbs and pepper streaked across the redness. Earlier, kids had been playing hopscotch there, on the street that looked like oil-stained pages. When I arrived, I could hear the echoes, the feet tapping the road, the children's voices laughing, and the smiles like salt but decaying fast. Then, bombs. And if you want to know more from this book, you will just have to read it yourself. So this is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. So today it's going to be, as cold as I am, I'm going to talk about things I love about spring. And I want this video to be, well, originally it was going to be fresh and inviting and just, spring is here, break free of the coldness. So I'm just going to go into my state of mind and pretend that it is warm outside. Okay, things I like about spring. After winter, I mean in California we don't have intense winters, like it's usually still 70 degrees in December. It's awful. But there's just something about when it says first day of spring that everything seems so fresh and you're allowed to wear the bright pinks and the corals and the blues and the greens. And here in California, I know I keep saying here in California, but here in California, like the beginning of spring is the only time where anything is actually green. So right now, the entire state is just blossomed in the prettiest shade of green ever. Our mountains are purple and our sky is blue and everything is just so colorful. So that's probably my favorite thing about spring. The other thing is simple things in life. For me, simple things in life are, I don't know, I just love them so much. The more simple it is, the more I just really like it. The simple everyday things in my life that I'm really enjoying now is just lighting a candle and just watching it burn and the ambiance it brings to the room. Another thing is watching my daddy smoke a pipe, just whether it's here outside or it's inside or wherever he is. I just love it whenever he smokes a pipe because it's just so warm and inviting and it's just so Little House on the Prairie-ish that I love it. Actually, he was outside in this exact spot yesterday when I was, when he was smoking a pipe. I was inside doing something. And he left his little thing out here, so here's his pipes. I love it so much. I don't think that I'm ever going to actually smoke a pipe myself, but I love watching people smoke pipes. That's just I just love it so much. Other simple things in life are like white dish towels. I love white dish towels so much. Whether I actually use them for dishes or I'm like washing my face or I use them on my hair or I just smell them because the bleach smell. So good. As you can tell, I'm just like simple things. Lately I've been trying to make my life a lot simpler, whether it's like decluttering a lot or just trying to put less things on my schedule. And I have a way, I love new ideas and I love new projects and I want to get at it, but I overwhelm myself so quickly that I usually don't get anything done. So I'm trying to simplify my life in almost every single way possible. So, for those of you who don't know, I think I said this in my first video, but I'm 17 and I'm in my senior year. So that means graduation is in 2 months. That is so crazy. I've been saying it over and over again lately because I can't get used to the idea. I'm so excited, but at the same time, I get bored so quickly. So I'll need to get a job, or I'm going to need to be very active in the church because, man, it's going to be weird not having a schedule and not having something to do every single day of the week. So are any of you guys close to graduation? Because if so, what are you guys doing to prepare? How are you savoring your last bits with your friends if you go to public school, or with me at home? Just what are you guys doing? And are any of you guys going to college? Let me know. Speaking of simplifying, I have a new series that I'm working on right now. I know. Simplifying, adding all these new series. But it's going to be a decluttering series. I have so much tea. I have so much tea, like an entire dresser full. So I'm going to be creating videos where basically I'm just going to go through and decide which teas I want and which teas I don't. And I don't know if you guys want to join me for that, but I think it's going to be really fun. And I don't know. They're really more for me just because I love talking through those things anyways. And I love watching decluttering videos on YouTube. So I figured there'd be other people who might like that as well. So at the beginning of the video, when I said that this tea is actually part of a new project, whatever I said that I'm working on, I am doing a drugstore haul. I noticed that a lot of the teas that I drink are more premium quality and are a little bit more expensive than what's available at the grocery store. Ah, that's good. So I'm doing a drugstore haul, kind of like what beauty gurus do, where they have, you know, all the like Tarte and like everything from Sephora and Ulta and whatever other stores. I'm not really sure. I'm not big into makeup, but and then they do drugstore dashes where they get a bunch of drugstore makeup and they review it for you guys and give you alternatives in case you don't want to spend $50 on eyeshadow. So that's what I've been doing. I'm gathering a bunch of grocery store teas, and I'll be going through all of them for you to give you some good alternatives and also to show you some teas that you might just want to stay away from. The last announcement that I have is my 31 days of review. I have been talking about this with my friends and family for a while, and so far I think everyone has seemed to like the idea. So starting on May 1st, I am going to post a new tea review every single day for 31 days. I will still be having my Blossoms Tea School and my tea talks and my TGITT videos. It won't interfere with that, so watch out because May there is going to be a lot of new videos coming out, and for the reviews there's going to be all across the board: tea bags, loose leaf teas, tea sachets. There's going to be organic, non-organic, grocery store, like high top premium. It's going to be all over the board, and I'm really excited because I've never posted that often or created that much content. So it's going to be exciting, and I hope you guys at least find one tea that you'll like out of that group. If you guys have any thoughts on any of the series, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I want to know what you guys think. If you guys have any ideas of videos, anything you want to see, because I definitely want to make this a community where we all just flow together. Oh, goodness. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure to go check out Morgan's channel because I love her channel so much and I think you guys will like it a lot too. I hope you guys are having an amazing day full of tea and happiness, and that you are a lot warmer than I am right now. And I will see you next time. Cheers! Oh, there's hair in my face.